Okay, so today my internet is down. It's always down, but it's storming today, so it's probably not going to be working for a while. Um so I can't really do anything, but I just feel like it's already been, I think, what, today is day 5 since I last uploaded anything, and that keeps happening. So I feel like I should do something productive. Otherwise, it's just going to keep bothering me. So here I am. I don't know if I'm not going to be able to upload this anyways because I don't have internet, but maybe I'll upload it later, or maybe I just won't at all. But at least I will have done something this morning so that I don't have to just keep thinking about it all day. So I wanted to do some Halloween stuff, but um, I mean, I can still watch stuff on my phone because I have my data, but um, I can't record anything like that. So, hmm. So sometimes I forget that different places don't celebrate. I mean, I don't forget that we celebrate different holidays, but I don't know which countries celebrate which holidays. I'm sorry for that. Um, so I don't know. I know some of you probably don't even do Halloween, but anyways, so I was just going to explain Halloween from, at least from the perspective of me and all the people that grew up around me. So for Halloween for a kid has two main purposes. Number one is to get as much candy as possible, and number two, hopefully to get scared. Now, if you're a grown up, it's the same thing but reversed. So your main goal is to give out all your candy, and or not give out all your candy, whichever is your goal, and to maybe scare children. So um so the thing we would always do is that, so here's the great thing about Halloween is that if your costume is good anyways, if you have a good costume, then nobody knows who you are, like nobody can tell who you are anyways. And so the nice thing was, if you could somehow get somebody to drive you to like the other side of town where they had like the nicer neighborhoods, and we would, this was this was kind of back when gated communities wasn't such a big thing, at least around where I lived. So even the nice houses, you could, if somebody could just drive you close to it, then you could just walk into the neighborhood. And of course, what I'm speaking from my perspective, so in my mind, it's like the rich people, but they're not. I don't think they were probably actually rich people. I think they were just maybe middle class people or upper middle class people. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It only matters because this is where you would have to go to get this kind of experience. So if you can get into their neighborhood with your costume on, of course, um, it was nothing like what you would see in our neighborhoods. It was so different. Like all the houses would be decorated, and there would be lights, and there would be music, and like the grown-ups would just have, it's like, just it would be like a big block party, and the grown-ups would have their chairs out on all the lawns, like everybody's out in their lawns. The grown-ups are drinking beer, they're just talking, and the scary music is playing, or sometimes other kinds of music will be playing. Different areas might have different kinds of music, but there would be houses that would have like scary music. Anyways, it was just so, and then also they would have like the really good candies, like all the name brand candies, like all the things you would want. Like on our side, sometimes well, it's neither here nor there. It's candy, and you should just be happy either way. But if you go there, you will be guaranteed to get all the things that you like. So, and a lot of it too, lots of it. So, that's what we would do. We would find one of these nice neighborhoods that were just had this block party, and we would just enjoy going and from house to house and seeing all the decorations. And then even sometimes they would have like something set up in the foyer, because rich people have foyers, I guess. And you would go in and you would walk around, and like sometimes they would have something that would be scary, and it was just fun. It was a lot of fun. So it was very nice because on Halloween you could just go and blend in with the other kids, and nobody knows that you don't belong there, or that you're not a friend of somebody, because kids walk in clusters and you just blend in with a cluster. It was amazing though. It was stuff you wouldn't see anywhere on our side. The only difference was at this time, we did notice that all the other kids were carrying these like plastic containers, like usually like pumpkin containers, or they would have containers that like specifically match their outfits or their costumes. And then we just had pillowcases because that's just what we always used. And so I remember I was walking around with this like lime green pillowcase with flowers all over it. It didn't match my costume at all. So that was the only thing that we noticed amongst ourselves that made us stand out. Like, okay, we have pillowcases, but it's fine. Nobody noticed, or if they noticed, they didn't say anything. So that was always a lot of fun. That's where you went to see just all the decorations, like nice store-bought decorations, and the lights and the sounds. It was just a lot of fun. But I have to say, our side is better for being scary. One of the scariest houses I ever went to. So this is not a neighborhood, and it was still daylight even outside. It's not a neighborhood. So like you have this gravel driveway, and there's like, it's kind of like a forest, but like it's not like there are houses there, but there's just trees in between them. Okay, if that makes sense. So this house, so you can see their driveway from the street, but the driveway goes, I don't know what I'm looking at. The driveway goes back into the forest. So they have this little sign, this little piece of cardboard with magic marker, and it just says trick or treat with an arrow pointing up their driveway. So, okay, we're going to go down this driveway, and it's still daylight. So, it's not like we're afraid to go in there. So, so we're walking up this gravel driveway, and I don't know if I made it clear. So on this side of town, there's no such thing as HOAs. There's no such thing as people worrying about what other people's property looks like, what their yard looks like. It's not a thing. So it's pretty normal to see people with just crap in their yard, like just broken down vehicles, lawnmowers, broken down bicycles, blah, 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 whatever. It's all normal. So we're going down this gravel driveway, and there's not really a lot of decorations. There is junk in the yard, but there are a couple of odd things, like the baby doll leaned against the tree with the missing eyeball, the little plastic baby. That was, a little like, is that is that their decorations or is that just in their yard? I have no idea. So we're walking, and as you go, you'll see little more cardboard signs as you're going, like saying things like, don't be scared, you're almost there, a little further or whatever. So we're walking, and they have some little things in the trees too. They have like some little bottles, like some little glass bottles hanging from their tree. So again, we're like, okay, is this Halloween decorations, or is this just their yard? I don't know. So anyways, we're walking. And as we're walking, we hear this like, psh, this like stick cracking sound. That it's the sound that it makes when somebody's walking through. But it was just like, and it's like, I'm sorry. Hey, Mr. Sims. I don't know if I'm explaining well, but that was the first thing that was scary, because that was our first idea that there might be somebody in the forest. And so, sorry. And so that's the point that we start to get a little nervous. And we keep walking a little bit slower. I hear some weird bird sound that I can't figure out, like, was that a real bird sound, or did somebody just use a bird call? You know what I mean? So we're starting to get a little nervous, but then we see the front of the house, and we see the porch, and everything around us is kind of brown. It's fall. The leaves are all brown and on the ground, and everything's empty, and the house is brown. But on the porch is this bright purple bowl, and then another sign that I don't know. I couldn't see what it said, but there was another sign. So we're getting closer. Like, now we can see it, and now we're thinking like, okay, so like it's literally just signs to help you get to the house. There's nothing scary. So we're feeling better, and we're walking towards the bowl, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, pops Hillbilly Bob from behind a tree, wearing overalls, no shirt, with a real actual chainsaw, and he's just and we got so scared that we turned around to run, and of course, I'm the only girl. And as soon as I start running, I fall. And it's insane because, flashback to every horror movie where the girls always fall and they do this little scoot backwards while they cry. And I never understood it. To the point to where I was actually wondering to myself, after seeing this scene so many times, like, do people just get stupid when they're scared? Like, if you fall, do you just get stupid and you can't think to run anymore? But that's not the case, I'm happy to say, because I did fall, but my legs never stopped running. And as soon as I face planted, like I felt, it was like the ground jumped up and smacked me in the face. But as soon as my face hit the dirt, my hands were already pushing me back up, and I was already running. And then I fell again. I don't know why. I guess my legs were just, I don't know, but I fell again, and the same thing. This time I didn't face plant. I actually caught myself with my elbows and my hands. And it was the same thing. Like, as soon as I hit the ground, I was back up and running because I was actually scared. And as we get further down, we see some kids walking up towards us, and we don't say anything to them. We just run right past them and keep running till we get to the end of the driveway. And then when we got to the end of the driveway, we just sat there and waited for those other kids to see if A, they come back at all, B, if they do come back, did they come back with candy, or C, is it the same? They were too scared to get any. And so we waited, and we heard them screaming and coming this way. And when they got there, they also did not have any candy. So I'm pretty sure that man never had to give away any of his candy. And I can just picture him at the end of the night just watching scary movies, eating all the candy he didn't give away, probably feeling very satisfied with himself. But that my point was that was the scariest house I ever went to, and they literally had nothing but cardboard and magic marker and possibly a doll and bottles, but that could have just been part of their life. I don't know. And a chainsaw. That's all he needed. That's all you need, really, a chainsaw. The lack of decoration made it actually a little more scary because it didn't feel fun and festive. It just felt it felt scary, and it was nice. It was nice. That's weird. That's weird to say it was nice, but I guess it was anyway. All right. Well, that is my Halloween story. I'm sorry we're just looking at my desktop the whole time. I don't like being in the full screen. I really do not. It's uncomfortable. So I took a little break. I'm sure y'all can see the timestamp. I took a little break in the middle of my story. But I guess I feel productive enough now that I can not stress for my whole day. My headphones are popping. So, hold on. So, I guess that's really all I have for my story today. If you have any fun Halloween stories, let me know about those in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching with me. I'm sorry for this video and for the lack of videos. I don't know. Well, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.